Good afternoon, this is Scoot Schmidt reporting live from SWM News here in Panama City, Panama. Today, we'll be talking about how American imperialism is good for helping Latin America. Back in the 19th century, when Latin America was beginning to form, 20 of the new independent nations wrote constitutions that were modeled after the United States. Studies show that they all admired the states for their democratic government. America also had a fair say in the creation of Latin America. President James Monroe issued the Monroe Doctrine, which stated that Latin America continents are henceforth not to be confided as subjects for the future colonization of European powers. This is all because the American government knew that they were the only ones that were capable of assisting in the creation of a new nation of the world. We will now hear from some of the Panamanian citizens of Latin America and what they have to say about American imperialism in their country.
The American Guano Islands Act enabled U.S. citizens to help colonize over 100 unclaimed islands in Latin America that contain guano deposits. This was really supportive of our people because it showed how much the Americans were willing to give us aid in continuing to grow our countries.
American investment of Latin America soared in the early 1900s, which was really supportive of our people because it showed how Americans were willing to give us aid in continuing to grow our country. We love the Americans.
Thank goodness for the Roosevelt corollary policy. It'll implement a universal police force in Latin America, and that'll help us out. Everyone knows who's studied history that universal police forces always benefit the citizens of the country. This will allow us to build Panama back better.
Thank you to all of our Panamanian citizens who spoke today. Another example of American imperialism in Latin America is the Panama Canal, which the U.S. helped in building across Central America. The goal of the U.S. was to protect the innocent Panamanian people, their coastline, and their cost of travel from their government, which is an evil dictatorship. The government tried to stop the building of the Panama Canal because they were afraid of losing control of their innocent citizens. With the full support of the good men and women in the USA's military, the oppressed Panamanians were able to overpower the tyrannical regime of their government. They eventually won the land to build the Panama Canal. That is all I have for you folks today. Tune in tomorrow for our next story. This is Scoot Schmidt reporting live from SWM News in Panama City, Panama. Thank you and have a good night.